Chapter 10, Navigating Examination, Revisions, and Completion. Chapter Objectives. By the end of this chapter, the reader should be able to understand the stages, requirements, and emotional dynamics of the examination process, support students in preparing for submission and oral defense if applicable, provide guidance on responding to examiner feedback and completing revisions, celebrate, reflect, and offer mentorship for post-thesis transition. 10.1. Preparing for final submission. As students approach submission, supervisors should provide a detailed checklist of institutional requirements, formatting, declaration forms, submission portals, clear advice on final proofreading, formatting, and citation accuracy, support in writing the abstract and finalizing acknowledgments, encouragement to check for coherence and consistency across all chapters, timely sign-off to avoid administrative delays. Supervisors must balance thoroughness with empowerment, avoid last-minute over-editing that undermines student ownership. Tool, final submission checklist. 10.2. Preparing for oral defense or VIVA, if applicable. Not all institutions require an oral defense, but where it applies, students often need coaching to approach it confidently. Supervisors should arrange a mock defense with colleagues or peers, help anticipate potential examiner questions, advise on tone, assertive but open to critique. Emphasize that this is a conversation, not an interrogation. Remind students they are the most knowledgeable person on their topic. Reassurance and rehearsal go a long way in calming nerves and clarifying arguments. 10.3. Understanding and responding to examiner reports. Once the thesis is examined, students may receive one of the following outcomes: accepted with no corrections, minor revisions required, major revisions and re-examination, rejected, rare, and institution-dependent. Supervisors must guide students to read reports objectively and resist emotional reactions, categorize the feedback into themes and levels of revision, clarify ambiguous comments with the institution if necessary, draft a response to reviewer's document for resubmission, uphold academic integrity and avoid superficial compliance. Tool, revision response template. 10.4. Supporting the revision process. Supervisors should help prioritize revisions and set realistic deadlines, advise on how to incorporate feedback without compromising coherence, review revised sections in chunks rather than all at once, reinforce academic self-esteem particularly after harsh critiques, confirm when the thesis is ready for resubmission. Revisions are part of academic life. Guide students to see them as refinement, not failure. 10.5. Celebrating completion and supporting transition. The completion of a thesis is a profound milestone. Supervisors should offer genuine recognition of the student's achievement, reflect on growth over the supervision journey, write letters of recommendation or support for further study, jobs, or publishing, encourage the student to consider publishing from the thesis, maintain connection as a mentor, not just a supervisor. Endings matter. Celebrate with meaning. Conclusion. This final chapter marks not just the end of the thesis, but the start of a scholar's independent voice. The role of the supervisor is to accompany, guide, and affirm. With thoughtful support during examination and completion, students are more likely to exit their degree confident, resilient, and intellectually empowered. You helped build not just a thesis, but a future. Tools and resources in this chapter. Final submission checklist. Oral defense preparation guide. Examiner feedback analysis template. Revision response framework. Post-completion reflection and publishing guide. Happy supervision!